Trey Murphy III has really been shining in the past few months. Actually, the whole season. It's actually kind of insane how much a sophomore player has impacted the Pelicans this season. I would even go as far and say he's been overall player number 2 behind Brandon Ingram these past 2 to 3 months, especially when it matters the most. Since November, his average points per game per month has been on an almost perfect rise, except in January where he declined, but it was a very minuscule decline. Trey has been really putting up a very good amount of points, and if you watch the games, specifically these last 2 months, you would have seen how much Trey has done. But not just points, almost everything else about him has improved. With Zion out, Trey Murphy III has gotten the chance to prove himself, and he has not disappointed. There are 4 main things that make Trey Murphy stand out to me, and what I believe makes him so good. The most glaring thing about Trey is how accurate he is. This season, Trey Murphy shot 48.4% from the field goal, 40.6% from the 3-point line, 60.7% from the 2, and 90.5% from the free throw line. In March, Trey Murphy had the 4th most 3-pointers made with a 45% 3-pointer percentage. Trey Murphy this season also became the youngest player in NBA history to shoot 40+% on threes and 90+% on free throws together. Trey Murphy was also one of 2 players to shoot 60% on twos, 40% on threes, and 90% on free throws. The other was Kevin Durant. And those 2 are the first in NBA history to do that and qualify for free throw percentage and 3-point percentage leaderboards. Trey Murphy was also 1.6% away from averaging 50% from the field goal, which would have solicited him as the youngest player ever part of the 50-40-90 club. 50% field goal, 40% threes, and 90% free throws. This feat has only been made by 9 players in the history of the NBA. Some people who have this feat are Steph Curry, Kyrie, and Kevin Durant. I think you can see the trend here with these players. They're all sharp shooters. And that's exactly what Trey's starting to develop nicely into, a sharp shooter. Trey Murphy is also really efficient at the rim, with a 75.6% success rate. Though being in the paint isn't a specialty, it certainly could be. In an end of the year interview, Trey Murphy said that one of the main things he wants to work on in the offseason is strength. If Trey Murphy is already doing pretty good as he is now, imagine him with more weight and strength. He would be unstoppable. All this just adds to his very, very versatile bag. Another thing with Trey Murphy is that, contrary to some people, he doesn't fold under pressure. Like, at all. And when Trey gets hot, everybody gets hot. A very recent example was against the Grizzlies. He scored 4 threes in the 4th quarter to lead the Pelicans toward a comeback, a huge comeback, against the Grizzlies. And then in overtime, he made 2 more threes to close the game out. I know Trey Murphy's free throw percentage is already pretty high, actually really high. But you'll rarely ever find him miss a free throw in the 4th quarter, or just like when it matters the most. He always makes it. Another beautiful clutch moment is when the Pelicans played the Jazz and CJ had a chance to tie the game with a 3. He missed. But luckily, they got a second chance with an offensive rebound, and with 2 seconds left, Trey Murphy shot a corner 3 to tie the game and send it to overtime. Not folding under pressure is a very beautiful trait to have, especially in your 3-point shooter. It's a very hard trait to learn. It's more of a natural thing. Not everyone has this trait. A nearby example is CJ McCollum, who really struggles when it matters the most, which ends up outweighing everything else accomplished. Not folding under pressure makes all stars. The third point about Trey that definitely goes very underappreciated is just how healthy he's been. He's played 79 out of 82 games, and he plays up to 40 minutes very frequently. Late in the season, he's been playing 40 minutes plus a game. Having a good player like Zion is always wanted, but if they can never get healthy and stay that way, then they really serve no purpose. This isn't a problem for Trey, and I really love that about him. Trey Murphy is also physically gifted. He stands at 6'9" with a 7'1" wingspan. This allows him to be good not just on offense, but a lot on defense as well. Which goes into my last point. Trey Murphy's defense is another big thing about him. His build allows him to be a monster. His defense is also greatly improving from the beginning of the season. In Trey's last 10 games, he averages 2 steals a game. He is one of the big reasons why the Pelicans were ranked the 6th best defense in the league. Him and Herb Jones average the most steals per game on their team. But that's expected from Herb, whose main job is to defend, as that's his specialty. Respectively, he's ranked 8th in steals. Trey, however, is ranked 34th. I don't think you understand how versatile this kid is in his sophomore year. He really shouldn't be this good at everything and constantly improving in every single aspect. And by the way, he gets almost no turnovers. So it's not like the steals and turnovers cancel out. No, he gets no turnovers. In these last 2 months, he had his highest average steals per month. Sadly, the thing about defense is that the story can almost never be told in numbers. Trey Murphy III has had an amazing year, and it's only in his sophomore season. Despite not getting many chances at the beginning of the season, he has slowly and deservingly earned his spot in the starting 5. He has improved all aspects of his game, but mainly his shooting, and he is still improving that. Trey Murphy made big accomplishments, and I see him playing a huge role next season for the Pelicans. Trey Murphy is a name you should remember. He will be great. That's really all I wanted to talk about. I don't make basketball videos. This is my first one analyzing a player. But let me know if you enjoy it so I can know if I should continue making videos like these. If you like the video, like. If you want to sub, leave a comment. And that's really all. Peace.